In this video, we'll learn how to enable LDAP authentication for Netpicker. Well, as opposed to creating a local user for Netpicker, we can use an LDAP server, which is a more secure way of authentication. So this is a feature that is coming with the paid version of Netpicker, and you need a license for that. So if you want to learn how to enable LDAP, there is a README for that in our repository Netpicker under Docs, Authentication, and we have one for LDAP and also OAuth and SAML. So if you want to learn more about the parameters, again, you go through these docs, and here is an example configuration. There is an auth backend variable, it's an environment variable in our Docker Compose file, which you set to this value. Under that, you can define your LDAP configuration, which is itself a variable. Again, in this LDAP, we have a bunch of key and value pairs. If you want to learn more about the keys and parameters, you read these. But since it's a video, I'm going to show you how you can actually do that in the compose file. So again, we have two compose files. There is a generic compose file and there is an override compose file. What we're going to do is use the override compose file and just put the LDAP configuration in the override file and nothing more. So under the XAPI YAML extension, we define some global variables. The first one is auth backend, which as per docs, we set it to this value. My LDAP configuration is a little bit different than what you saw in the docs. This is, again, you can use it as a reference, but this is what I put here. Under services, after specifying API Celery, I add a new service, which is my LDAP server. For yours, it is probably different, but again, for experimental purposes, you can use this server. So this server is nothing but a container image. It will spin up at the time of creating and spinning up a Netpicker. And we'll specify some ports and username and password. So what I do here is I use LDAP as a protocol. We have also LDAP S, which is the secure version, and in production it is recommended to use LDAP S. The port for that is this. There is another one for the secure version. You have your admin password here. Again, you have username and password for user, and also admin password for the admin user. So after running this, after configuring this and running Netpicker, I should be able to access or log in through the user credentials, user01 and password1. Also keep in mind that currently, even though this configuration is done through the compose file, in the future, you might be able to do it in the graphical user interface. And if you have any problems regarding configurations, since this is a feature that is coming with the paid version, you get full support from our team, and our team will help you set this up. So my Netpicker instance is already running. I'm going to switch to browser and see if I can log in with user01 and password1. I'm going to go to Netpicker, here user01, password is password1. Now I'm logged in as the user01, which is an LDAP user.